and welcome to Epic Confections. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell notification for new epic videos every single week. Okay. Yes, I'm still sick, getting over it, but we're all good, right? So it's been a hot minute since you've seen the old setup like this, eh? I've actually had a couple requests asking me to go back to the old way of shooting, which is like this, and I agree, it's so much better. I like it a lot more. It's so much more enjoyable for me. However, the reason why I haven't been doing this lately is because my days off have changed, and I'm finding it really difficult to do this whole setup and shoot a video. It does take a long time to set up, which is why I was doing the voiceover videos. So I will make it a point to try to do these styles of videos from now on. Thank you for your feedback, everyone. I have to say, I fucked up. I deleted my intro by accident. I know, what kind of fucking professional am I, right? So the cake is done. This is the end of the video, and I went to start editing it, and my whole intro is gone, kaput. See you later. So yeah, I can admit when I fuck up. I don't like to, but I can admit it. So, when I cut from this scene, you're going to see me starting to put some fondant on my heart-shaped cake. Let me explain to you how I did that. So to start, I took a 9-inch round white cake, and I literally cut it in half. I wanted to make it a nice thin cake. And then I cut it into a square. And then I took a 7-inch round white cake, cut it in half, nice and thin, and then I cut the half in half. So I had 2 half circles. And I just arranged it on my cake board to make it in the shape of a heart and trimmed it up until I was happy with it. Then I saved my cake scraps into a bowl, and I put a little bit of buttercream in with that cake, and I mushed it up with my hands, kind of like I was making a meatloaf, you know, to give you a nice consistency like a dough, like if you were making cake pops. Then I took that and rolled it out with my hands, and I created a crust around the entire heart-shaped cake. And now you will see what I'm doing next. Again, I'm so sorry for screwing up my intro. That's not like me. But again, I'm sick, so I'm on drugs. This week was actually supposed to be a collaboration video with Rosie from Rosie's Dessert Spot and Lorelai from Wedding Cakes for You. However, I couldn't shoot in time because I really was terribly sick. So I'm sorry, guys. I love collabing with you guys, and we will definitely get to do that again soon. This week I wanted to make a heart-shaped pizza cake for Valentine's Day. So let's get started. I'm starting to feel better though. I got my hair cut though, looking fresh, feeling fresh. Yes, yes.
Hi guys, it's Melissa. I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and you're watching Epic Confections. Let's do it!
Yo! Just rolling out a piece of that ivory fondant, making sure that it's thick enough to go from the bottom of the cake right over top of the crust, and I'm going to tuck it in. Just cutting off my edges. That should give us a nice little panel. And it needs to be a little thicker. Damn it. Damn it all to hell. So I'm kind of just draping it over and just kind of tucking it as I go. I'm just cutting off my excess at the bottom of the board and just kind of pressing it in with my little knife. It's what you call a deep dish pizza. Taking a little bit more of that ivory fondant. And again, just gonna roll it out. Don't worry about any seams, we'll fix those. Just making sure that that fondant is covering all of that crust. Pushing it down to make sure it is covering the entire little cake. And just tucking in the end of the fondant for the crust here. So our crust is basically done. What we're gonna do next is just go in and fix up some of those seams. Taking a little bit of water on my finger and just placing it along those seam lines so that that fondant really sticks. And I'm just using my finger to kind of blend in those seams all together. We are gonna be taking a torch to this, so I mean, you really won't see those seams. Here comes the fun part, kids. So I have a little torch and a lighter. Taking my torch, just running it along my fondant, trying to create some oven burn marks, if you will. But it looks awesome. Love it. Yes, I'm keeping my table dirty and dusted because I'm going to be using a lot of the fondant. So next, I have some strawberry jam where there's actual whole strawberries in here, and I thought that'd be really cool to use because it could look like stewed tomatoes or like, I don't know, something. Anyway, so I am just taking a little bit and I'm just going to be putting it in the middle of my pizza. Spreading it out just so that it touches the edge. Excuse me. Just so that it touches the edge of that crust. I hope y'all can see this on camera because it looks really cool. I love it. Look at that. I love it. Guys, look at that. Oh, you can't see it. Guys, look at that. I love it. Oh my god, I even love how this is cracking. Because that's what crust does sometimes. I love it. So I am in love with the way this is looking right now. So next I'm going to be putting the cheese on. So I have some plain white fondant because mozzarella is quite white. Another light dusting of powdered sugar on the table. And I'm just going to roll that out. So my plan for this is I wanted to make a shape of a heart, but I do want to make it a little smaller so that you do see some of that sauce poking out of the edges of that cheese. So I am just kind of eyeballing it here. That's too big. Let's try it again. I should probably be measuring this, but I know Yolanda Gamp, okay? Love her, but that girl measures everything. All right. Yeah, so I think this is good. Got a little bit on my back there. And so now I'm just pushing with my fingers, giving it a little bit of texture. Just kind of pushing down the edges. Like that. Yes, children, we are going to be burning this again. Don't know why I love that sound. All right. Perfect. So look at that. It looks like cheese. Alright, what should we work on next? So next I'm going to take some of my ready brown color. We're going to roll out some pepperonis. I love pepperoni. I really do. So I just rolled out some of that ready brown fondant, really, really thin. And because we're going to make some pepperoni. I love pepperoni. But it has to be like really, really well cooked pepperoni. Right? Like crispy edges, shit like that. Love it. And I have a little bit of aluminum foil. And I'm just going to go ahead and dab all over. Just giving it some texture. And here I have a large rose tip. And I'm just going to be cutting out my pepperoni with the bottom of this. I like lots of pepperoni. Give me some fucking extra pepperoni on that shit. Extra double quadruple pepperoni. I'm gonna torch these guys right on the table. So be careful. Please. So the pepperonis did lose a little bit of texture. So I'm just going back in with my aluminum foil. And now we just have to wait for them to cool. How's everybody doing? I hope that you got like some really nice Valentine's Day gifts. Like some boxes of chocolates, some roses, good pounding. Listen, with new YouTube rules, I can say if this video is appropriate for children or not. So I'm definitely clicking the not appropriate for children button, which means I can swear now. Fuck. So I'm just randomly putting these pepperonis wherever.
A little pepperoni.
That's what I call, that's what I call Bo sometimes. My little pepperoni. I need to hire somebody to clean up after me. Wait, that's what James does. Ooh, he gonna kill me if he hears that. He gonna kill me. Alright, y'all still with me? So next we're gonna do our black olive. So I'm just rolling out a little bit of our black fondant. Just put down some icing sugar here. So I am using a large tip. I just call it a large tip. A large open tip. I'm gonna be using the bottom of the tip first, cutting out my olive, and then using the top part of the tip to cut out the little hole of the olive. And there you go, you have yourself one olive. I love it. Again, taking my torch. So taking a torch to the black fondant, the olives, really gives it that shine that it was cooked. Yes. Okay, next. We will be doing our green peppers. And I'm just rolling this out. I'm gonna kind of want to make a square. So I'm just pushing down with my rolling pin. Just trimming up the sides. Just kind of flattening it out a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this right in half. Yeah, we all know peppers kind of have that like shape to them. That's really good explanation mark. Holy fuck. So they kind of go like this, like a little wave. So I'm just cutting them and creating a little wave. That's good. And what are we gonna do now, kids? Torch the green peppers! Just a little bit. So I'm gonna wait for those to kind of cool down a little bit. Next, we're gonna work on our onions. So taking a little bit of white fondant and just rolling that out. Just using my knife to kind of trim it up and make it nice and straight, all the edges. And I'm just gonna cut that right in half. And I'm just cutting really thin slices from my fondant. And we're just gonna kind of curve these a little bit. You know how onions are kind of curved. Oh. Time to assemble our pizza pie. Yes! So yes, y'all knew I was gonna put this in a pizza box. I am so happy with the way this turned out. If you like what you saw, smash that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell notification for new epic videos every single week. Thank you so much to Mariposa Marco for sponsoring this video. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all, and I will see all of you next week. Mwah! Anybody want a slice? Look at it, I love it, it's so cute.